I love this man. Give it up for Bob Dean.
You guys are a great audience. I'm so proud to work with them, especially these new guys. They're freaking awesome. Kids, young men from New Orleans, it's conducive that I just swung by and gave him a ride here, and as we're chatting, I realized that I'm nothing more than an old white man driving a Buick. It must have been 10 times I looked over and I said, "You young people," and I just realized that when you're doing your act up here. But you know what? I got something to show you guys. Some of you might not like it. For those who know me, I don't care. My friends, and bringing cutoffs back, except they fell out. Okay, wait. Cutoffs back. Remember cutoffs, everybody? Right? Whatever happened to cutoffs? Remember suntans? Man, what if the smell of Copper Tone and Hawaiian Tropic? And you guys remember how we used to slather ourselves with baby oil? Man, we were all so tan. Even our black friends were tan. But you know what? I have a theory. You want to hear it? Sorry, Mom. My zipper's still down. My theory is that they want us to stay out of the sun. Because when you lay in the sun, you get tan. And when you get tan, you feel good. And when you feel good, your mind works. The government tells us to stay out of the sun. The government's like, just take your Zoloft and stay out of the sun. And you won't care that half the city that you live in, people refuse to speak English. You don't care. Just stay out of the sun, and you won't care that Persians and Chinese are buying up every piece of property. And yet, I simply still can't find a decent egg roll anywhere. It's true. You know, I used to be a really nice guy. I was really a nice man. Honest to God, it all changed about 2 years ago. I'm in the supermarket, true story. And I'm sitting there trying to decide whether to buy pumpernickel or wheat. Pumpernickel or wheat. And this very short, very heavy black woman is strutting up the aisle. And she's strutting, and I politely took a step back and said, "Pardon me," and I swear to God, she stuck her hand in my face like this, and she goes, "Out of my way, reptile!" And I stood there, and I scratched my head, and I said out loud, "She didn't really just..." "Yeah, what? Yeah, she did!" And man, I was like Fred Flintstone. Remember how the trombone would go, wah, 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 his arms were like this? I was pissed, man. And this cog just went boing, and I walked up, and I tapped her on the shoulder by the checkout area, and she turned around, and I said, "I beg your pardon, did you just call me a reptile?" And she put her hand on her hip, and I swear to God, she goes, "That's what I said, reptile!" There's nothing against that. And I said, "Let me tell you something, lady. It is 2013, and I am not afraid to bitch slap a woman in public." I said, "You need to get your ass out of here." And she ran right out the front door, and I stood there, and I looked at it. There's like 50 people standing there in terror with their jaws dropped. And I said, "She started it." The older I get, the more loud, cynical, cutoffs, baby. The older I get, the more loud, cynical, and just plain mean I become. And you know what? I don't care. I laughed at work the other day. This kid goes, "Ew, your face moved." And I was like, "Yeah, this is your future." I'm constantly, swear to God, yelling at little kids, "Get off of my lawn!" And I don't even have a lawn. And when I'm in conversation, talking about the 80s or 90s, or God forbid, the 70s, it never fails. Some little chippy always pops up and goes, "I wasn't even born yet." Well, screw you. I used to say the same thing. I was senior class favorite in 1979. I was student council member of the year twice. I was who's who among American high school seniors. I was a good student, popular in college, and look at me now. I don't know between save and save as. And for all of you young people out there, let me tell you something. When you hit 50, and you can't figure out how to work that microchip that the government has made you install in your skull, because you'll be like, "How do I text with my eyelids or my earlobes? I forgot where I parked my flying car." You know, I sound like a bitter old man. You know, that's pretty much I am. You know, I might sound like a white racist cracker, but I'm not, because let me tell you something. I am white, I'm Christian, I smoke cigarettes, I don't speak a word of Spanish, I'm gay, and I live in Los Angeles. I'm the friggin' minority. Well, I let the cat out of the bag and I'm gay. We used to call it, when I was a kid in the suburbs, we were confirmed bachelors. Anybody remember that term, confirmed bachelor? I think the first time I ever heard it, I was 8 years old, 1969, the phone rings. I'm like, Mom, it's Aunt Dorla, my mother's best friend from high school. So Mom runs over to the phone and she grabs a receiver and she goes, which meant grab my Benson and Hedges because this is going to be a long call. So Mom sits down and she goes, Dory, guess what? Betty's brother is a confirmed bachelor. Mm-hmm. I'm standing there and I go, Mom, what's a confirmed bachelor? She goes, go out and play. Go play by the pool. Get some sun. 1969, nobody cared if you played by the pool without supervision or got lots of sun. God rest her soul. Bonneville station wagon with 8 Cub Scouts jumping around that seatbelts and she's smoking a Benson Hedges with the windows up singing, I'm not unusual. Off the driver, just thinking, I thought about this. My parents, God rest their souls, they were huge football, my family, huge football. Even Mom, she can go to any stat. Dad was a captain, Mom was a cheerleader, etc., etc. I came out of the closet when I was 28 years old, Christmas time, and I said, Mother, Dad, I have something to tell you, I'm homosexual. My mom put her hands on my shoulders and she said, honey, I love you, you'll always be my son. And I was like, Mom, since you're in such a forgiving mood, I have something else to tell you. I really can't give a shit about football. And her face tensed up and her arms tensed up and she looked at my dad and she looked at me, she looked at my dad, she looked at me, she looked at my dad, she goes, did you hear what your son just said? He hates football. Where have I gone wrong? Oh my God, what am I going to tell the neighbors? All right, well, I'm a bear. In the gay world, a bear. I'm a big old fat guy with body hair. And I'm shaving nothing. I fell asleep at the pool last year and aliens made a crop circle on my back. When I'm in an intimate situation, my partner's favorite pillow talk is and manscaping my ass. How many of you guys out there manscape? Come on, be honest. Okay. Let me tell you something. I don't get it. Now, I do, believe it or not, go to the gym from time to time, 24-hour fitness in Santa Monica. And I'm there the other day and I'm getting out of the shower. And even though, you know, I'm into dudes, I don't cruise in the locker room. That's just too gay. Well, there are these two nice-looking young guys. One's got his leg up like this, and his genitals are all shaved and up, and he's shaving his balls. The other guy, swear to God, has his ass up like this, and he's shaving his butt crack. And the one guy says to the other, man, Tom Brady royally got screwed. And I was like, dude, you're lucky you're not at the freaking 24-hour fitness in West Hollywood. You'd both be getting royally screwed right now. I've been a bartender for 35 years. I don't call myself a comedian now, but you know, I've been paying the bills for 35 years as a bartender. And you know what I love about doing comedy is that nobody has their friggin' phone in their face right now. Please don't ask me to charge a phone. Please buy a phone that holds a charge for 6 hours, because I am there to make martinis, not charge your friggin' iPhone. With all due respect to my regulars, too, I love you. But I gotta tell you guys, this is people in bars. Here are white people in bars. They're like, yes, we'd like to taste every one of your 26 wines by the glass. That's me. Because we have recently been to Napa. And we now belong to the Malibu Winery's Wine of the Month Club. And we'd like something that's earthy, plummy, jammy, and cheap. Persian people are they're like, please do not show me the wine list. It is your job to read me the wine list. I do not want to look at the wine list. Just read me the wine list. Read me the entire wine list from glass to bottle, and I will make my selection. You read me the wine list. Hispanic people are usually pretty cool. They're like, hey man, you got a drink list? Black people, God love you. I can't taste no alcohol in this. And I'm like, it's vodka on the rocks. And Asian people, I don't know what the deal is. They drink water and just take pictures of the food. You know what? I'm a cigarette smoker and I make no apologies for it. I think now more so I just smoke to piss people off. It makes me look cool. My pants down on my ankle. You know, when you guys are drunk at a party, you're the first ones that come up and say, hey man, can I get a cigarette? You're like, yeah, sure, and I'm going to give you that cigarette because anything I do to further encourage the habit I'm entirely for. And man, I love to go dancing. Some of my younger friends out there, we go dancing together, and I always wait, right? Thank you. I always wait till they get inside first, this is true. And then I walk up and, you know, my khaki pants and my button-down shirt, and I walk up to the window, and they're like, can I help you? And I'm like, my daughter is inside, and she is 17. And they're like, please, go right in. And I'm like, thank you. Sucker. Out on the dance floor, it never fails. The point of it is that I get out there, I'll dance, and drink a lot. I'm outside smoking, and it never fails. I always come in twos. Little, cute, little blonde girls, maybe 21, 22 years old. And they come up, and I'll be out there like, and they're like, wow, you dance really good. And I'm like, thanks, but I ain't buying you a drink. And they're like, fuck you, Grandpa. And they strut away, and I'm like, ha. Mark. I lived in Miami in the 80s, and my nieces and nephews are so cute. They're like, Uncle Bob, tell us about Miami in the 80s. I'm like, well, Ronald Reagan was president, and the movie Scarface was entirely accurate. Pot was pot. It was $20 for a big old ounce like this. And if you were lucky, you might score some Maui Wowie or Thai stick, right? Yeah. Right? Hello? Pink Peruvian cocaine was $20 a gram, shaped right off the block, right in front of you, just like with a delicatessen. Right? Because we all had tearing grinders at home hidden behind the Tupperware. And ecstasy was real, not this GHY crap that you kids are doing today. Now, I don't do drugs anymore. But when I did, this was me. This was pot. It was like... Christ, I only have $67 in my checking account. I'm gonna wax my car. Why did I quit college? Cocaine was like this. It was like... Yeah! You got any gin? You got any scotch? I don't hear anybody outside. You hear anybody outside? Can I smoke in here? And ecstasy was by far my favorite. It was by far my favorite. It was like 30 minutes. I don't feel anything. What a ripoff. $20, 30. Do you feel anything? I don't feel shit. You know? I'm like... I love you, man. It's bad. Douchebag is my favorite word. I use it all the time. If you are in the crosswalk, texting, taking your time, when I'm trying to turn right and you are not pushing a wheelchair or a baby carriage, you're a douchebag. Thank you, Los Angeles. Exactly. I had to take the little plastic pieces out of the horn of my Buick, honest to God, so I wouldn't go, If you park in a handicap spot and you're not handicapped, you are truly a douchebag.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Even if you carry a dog in your purse. Sorry, dog. And if you like the Real Housewives from anywhere, you're a douchebag. You know, I have to say, well, who came up with the concept of compact parking spaces? I mean, I drive a 25-year-old Buick station wagon with the wood grain sides and the glass bubble roof, and I can compact that son of a bitch anywhere I want to. I've been known to push a smart car out of the way more than once. I am such a douchebag. Thank you guys very, very much.